on, everybody? It is June 29th, 2021. It is Mr. Savage here for Tech Talk Tuesday. That is right, it's another Tuesday, and I got my best friend, Justin Martinez, in here, and I got a very, very good friend of mine, Jamie, in here. Jamie, what is going on, man?
What up, player? Holla at Uncle Jamie. Great to be here. Thanks for inviting me to the Tech Talk Tuesday podcast. Hopefully I can spice it up a little bit with some non-tech stuff because, you know, I am not a tech guy.
Hey, man, I like spices and I like stories. And stories are one of the biggest things we got going on around here. I always love to hear people's silly-ass stories, just some technological bullshit maybe on the side. But in all reality, I just want people to share their stories, share their perspective on everything.
Well, you know, you're gonna get that with me, and this is one of the fun things. We've actually in the last couple of days have had some fun little experiences, and they're goofy, and but the hell they're real as they can be, and you know, even come down to something simple as a car, and you know, just to kind of introduce myself a little bit, you know, I've been in the automotive industry 20 plus years, and I've kind of done it all, and so. Y'all can kind of grind me on what are the spooky things about the car business or retail, or what's it like working for a manufacturer, or, you know, what about all the shit that you don't see. But I'm just a ghetto kid from the city of Detroit, and it's great to be here in South Texas. But you know, I've been kind of blessed in my life and cursed, and you know, went to University of Michigan, had some fun there, got in the automotive industry, and I've kind of done it all. And it's kind of funny where, you know, my circle of life and what I do, the great thing about what I do is everybody understands what I do because, hell, everybody drives a car.
Oh, for sure. Well, you know, yeah, well, most of us do. You know, except for some of the mopeds and the tractors in this town, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, and, you know, the funny thing about it, it's like, you know, you brought it to my attention today. It's like, you know, we've had a little experience with, you know, my little lady that she's been yelling at both of us. And it's
oh my God, dude,
it's brutal. So if any of y'all out there got a car that's kind of like technical, and this is not like car talk or anything like that, this is just a bunch of boys talking about a bunch of junk. But you know, when I first started getting my car, it's like, you know, it starts yelling at me, and I'm like, well, hell, I'm not married to you. Well, I kind of am, but and then, you know, Michael over here, he's like, you know, so I had to like excuse my car when he's like, oh yeah, like go take it and, you know, take a little, you know, swing on it and go for a run. And I'm like, but I'm like in excusing my car. It's like I'm bringing home my first date to my parents. I'm like, okay, well, his hair's not really as perfect as you would like, and you know, he's maybe not as cultured. So I'm telling Rand, like, okay, well, she's gonna yell at you, and I'm sorry. She yells at me every day. So just don't mind this and don't mind that. You can just kind of get past that. That's, you know, that's like the first date jitters. And then we were kind of laughing about it, and you kind of brought this up today. It's like, so I drive a cool little Audi, but, you know, to me it's a car because I've been in the industry so long. And this is maybe where the tech stuff comes in. And this car's got so much junk on it. I mean, it's like you can do stuff. And Brian's actually was telling me earlier, he was showing me stuff on it and that I never even knew I had. And it's embarrassing to me, but whatever. But it's like, he's like driving and well, just kind of tell me what happened. Cause it's like your grandma yelling at you. Like, I mean, if y'all had a grandma yelling at you for like wasting energy, and he'll tell you this, but I want to tell you what happens. Like, if you have the air conditioner on in my car and you have the window down,
dude, like, holy crap. So I drove the car and I rolled the window down, had the AC blaring, had the stereo going, just fucking cruising along, just having a very lovely day on the strip.
Yeah, just doing your thing.
And I got this goddamn warning alarm popping the fuck up saying, air resistance detected. Your window is down and your air conditioner is up. Roll your window up while the air conditioner is on. What the fuck is that shit?
I mean, it's kind of a bunch of bullshit. I mean, I kind of appreciate where she's coming from, but...
I mean, that's great. That's fine. That's awesome. I understand that. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm losing a quarter of a gallon an hour. It told me.
Who gives a fuck?
I was losing a quarter of a gallon per hour. because I had my window cracked 1 inch while I smoked a cigarette and had the air conditioning on. You need to roll your window up, Sonny. You're losing gas mileage.
Yeah,
What the fuck is that shit?
I'm telling you, the Germans, man, they get you even when you're not dealing with them. I mean, you know, they find a way to yell at you one way or the other.
You need to roll your window up because you're losing gas mileage, and that is ruining the economy. You do not want to lose your gas mileage and the motor of the Audi. Do not piss me off.
It's just, but it's funnier than hell. And you know, you're telling me about some of the stuff, and you know, and I'm like,
Jesus, man.
You're like, I set the dynamics and this and that and the other, and this is, I guess, the tech part side of this. You know, it's cars, a car. But this one's kind of cool. It's kind of like tech savvy.
It is a very tech savvy car. Oh my god, it is. It's phenomenal.
And it's so outside of my lane.
It yells at me just backing the fuck up.
Oh, I know. It's just there's so much screaming and yelling, but. So that's the old Uncle Jamie intro into you know, the tech world here. But man, we're gonna have some fun. We've got some things that we had discussed in pre-production that I think will be fun for the crowd out there, and you know, I'll bring in a little bit of different energy because I don't know shit about what these guys are doing. But man, some of the stuff that they're doing is super rad. So they were telling me about the music that they listen to, and
Absolutely.
kind of brought me into it, and I was listening to some of the samples that these guys make, and I'm like, holy shit, man, I'm super impressed. And you know, and then they showed me, what the hell was the name of that that festival that you were telling me about?
That would be the Climax, and I know Jay can take this one over from here for sure.
Yeah, Climax. Oh boy, we've been watching Climax on YouTube for what, almost 10 years now, Mike?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
About
dude.
10 years.
I've been watching it, yeah, for a
Oh
long
man,
time.
back when it was just like,
Back when I was in college.
but yeah, back when we were in college, when it was on YouTube, done in shitty quality.
Yeah, through Q Dance.
Through Q Dance.
Yep.
But I mean, like, if you were to watch the first Climax and compare it to the 2019 one, the one we just started showing you, huge difference. Huge difference. But I mean, other than that, yeah, man, it's one of those things. We saw that and we were like, that is our goal in life, to either perform and or go to that stage.
Yeah,
and just listen.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one of the biggest things for me is, like, as much as I produced music, whether it was shit quality or not, whether people liked it or not, I still had a passion to do it, so I continued to do it. It wasn't for anybody else. It was for myself. It was for my friends. It was to show off to anybody else that I wanted to.
He's a showman.
Yeah, release or not. And yeah, it was one of those things back in college that I just fell upon the hard style music that they do over at Climax, just in Europe in general. Yeah. I was like, this is what they do? Oh my god, this is awesome.
Yeah, because I still remember when you first showed me it, you like ran into whatever room I was in, kicked open the door, and was like, you need to look at this now. Drop what you're doing. I don't give a fuck. Fuck your class and look at this shit. Because we had already been doing music for a while. Mm-hmm. And then next thing I know, we're in the, I think the Del Mar library and their computers, both on headphones and this and that, jamming out. Like, we're jamming out, public place. People are looking over, like, what the fuck are they doing? Oh my god. It's just a whole bunch of flashing lights and this and that. We're like,
it's
bitch.
Awesomeness.
Yeah, we're like, bitch, put these headphones on and immerse yourself.
Yeah, and that's kind of exactly what it was.
Get immersed.
So, you know, I produced dubstep. I produced so many different genres of music, and all electronic. You know, that's why I built a supercomputer over here, so I can do recordings like this. I can produce my music. I can play my games. I can do 3D rendering. I can do all those fun things. And
you can mine crypto, for fuck's sake.
I mine crypto. I built this thing to do whatever the hell I wanted. I didn't build a computer just to do video games. I didn't build a computer just to do music. I built a computer that could do whatever the hell I wanted and when I wanted to do it. And yes, that was the main thing.
And it's still not done.
No, she's not.
We're going to start calling this this board, your desktop, the hot body.
That is the hot body. And she's running pretty hot right now while we're doing
yeah.
we're doing all this right here. So
Miss Hot Body's glowing pink. Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, you know, as far as the hardstyle went, it was just something that really took to me, and I wanted to kind of pursue it because I just liked the style of it. I loved the hard style.
Yeah.
So yes, it was a lot more research, you know, playing with different sounds, watching a lot of different people say, hey, this is how you make this, hey, this is how you make this on YouTube, until I got to where I was like, I like that, I like that, I like that. And that's what most people do. When they see something or hear something that they like, and they want to figure out how to remake it or build it themselves, they go right back to it, and they sit there, and this is just me, maybe it's not everybody else, but this is me, that I will continue to search and search and search, and I will find the little tidbits of information that are best to me, that feel good to me, and they are the things that I like, and I take all those little pieces. I find the parts of what I'm looking at that I like Jamie, for instance. You could go look at a car. You could see all the things you like about a car, and you could see all the things you hate about it. But what I'm doing is essentially looking at all the pieces of a vehicle or a group of vehicles that I like, and I'm taking all those tidbits of what I like, and I'm putting them into one thing, and that is what I'm creating.
Well, you know, I want to jump on that real quick too.
For sure.
What you guys do right now, and we're a generation apart, which, you know, is really right now in today's age, it's all the same. But for you guys that are listening to this, and this is super rad for me to just be around these guys that are so outrageously talented. And, you know, he brings up point, well, I can look at a car. Hell, you can be a contractor, look at a house or whatever, but I can't build it. Hell, I got an engineering degree that I'd never used. I can't build it. The thing that you guys are all doing, which I think is just so damn slick, is, okay, you're going to grind and find what you want, and then hell, you build it. Like the first time I got inundated with building a computer was a kid that worked for me at a dealership in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Name's Austin. Guy's super rad. He's like the one that told me about what the dark web was, which whole different world. But man, I'm like, how the hell do you do all that stuff? He goes, well, you know, he's like this greatest kid in the world. He goes, well, Jamie, what you do is you build this and you do this and do this. And I'm like, dude, you are outside of my lane. Like, I hire people like you to do the stuff that you do, and you tell me what you need because I have no idea what I need. And the shit you tell me I need, I'll never need.
Absolutely.
And that's so cool. And, you know, and it's funny. So when I was listening to some of the original samples that you guys put together and some of the, you know, the full complete, you know, songs, you just ridiculously impressed about what y'all do. And so I took a video of the screen and everything else. And I'm going to send it all to all my friends that are in my lane, because there's some shit that you all do in your generation and then this team is doing here right now that is like next world. And I think that's why you guys call it the Tech Talk. And it's cool that you guys share this shit and we have fun with it. And of course, I want to bring a whole different zest to this whole deal tonight.
I like zest.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you know, Uncle Jamie can get a little bit spicy from time to time. And we're going to have some fun with it. It's all real stuff. But, man, it's cool. And I just give you guys all the props in the world and what you do. And it's kind of fun to see it because you hear it, but you see it being built. Shit, I'm in. Not that I'd ever do it or even care to want to learn how to do it, but it's cool that you guys can. So, you know, I'm just kind of looking forward to seeing where this goes. I mean, I know we had talked about some different things earlier that we thought would be kind of cool for the listeners to have, you know, conversations about.
Oh man, yeah, you were talking about going to a club and all that shit. And
oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to chime in real quick, and that's what a lot of people get at is when they hear tech talk, they think technology, but it's much more than that. It's technology and techniques, and just, you know, the technical aspect of conversation. That's mainly what we want. It's just tech in all forms.
Yeah, it's tech in general.
Yeah.
You know, but it's a whole different lane, and I think it's cool as hell. So I'll give you an example, and we didn't even talk about this in pre-pro. So living in Oregon, and I was dating a girl, and she was really cool, but she was like super musically inclined, and so she took me to a festival, and I'm like, dude, I'm not going to no damn festival and camping out and doing all this crazy stuff. She goes, gotta go. I'm like, all right, I'll go, I'll try. So for all you listeners out there, and you've seen it all, it was called Sasquatch Festival. It's at the Gorge, and we went there.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, place is just freaking rad. So, we go, and she had like an itinerary. We're there for 3 days, slopping in the rain and shit. And so we went and saw like Mumford and Sons and XX and, Macklemore. But when these guys started to show me the shit that they listen to right now, so our show's kind of wrapped up about 2 o'clock in the morning. If you haven't been up to the Gorge, so this is like in the big natural amphitheater where all like the big bands are and big shows are. And then you get up and they've got all these big badass rave tents going on, and these fucking kids are, dude, they're fucking losing their mind. Chicks are all hot, fucking barely clothed and shit. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna take her home.
You gotta love the rave tents, baby. Gotta love them,
dude. They are
Johnny Hot Body,
dude. And I'll tell you what, and it's just the dudes are funnier than hell, but the girls are just gnarly.
Oh shit, I can imagine.
Oh, just the fucks given are just so zero. It's like if we grew up in the 70s, which none of us did, like all the, the freedom of the love and shit. I mean, hell, everybody's banging everybody there and just having a great time. And they just like, peace, love. And I'm out and they're listening to great music. They're sweating. They're all fucking rolling and stuff. And I'll tell you about a rolling story that, will make everybody laugh. Yes, I'm the
dude, I got a couple of those too, and I would love to hear those. Those are funny as hell.
But I've never done it, but I was embarrassed that I didn't one time, and it's like, I don't know what the hell's going on.
I'm sensing a roll off here.
The roll off.
All right, so I guess I'll break the ice.
Alrighty.
In my embarrassment of not knowing anything. So I was living in New York at the time, and I was dating this girl, and she's kind of great girl, and she had a really hot friend, and her hot friend would visit, and she was like a little raver chick. Her name was Keely, and she's like always had the bare belly button, and she had big fake boobs and the fucking sparkles in her eyes and shit on a Tuesday afternoon at 3 o'clock, And so she lived like, oh my God, girl, I live in Philly. And it was her best friend, and so for one New Year's Eve, she's like, Jamie, all right, let's go to the city, and I've got it all planned out. We're going to meet up with Keely and Peter, and we're going to go to Limelight for New Year's Eve. I'm like, what the fuck's Limelight? So I check it out, and place is kind of slick. So we get down there, and we're driving, and, we do the whole New York thing, go down Fifth, go shopping, and she's like, Jamie, you can't go to this place we're going tonight looking like you do. And I'm like, man, I'm slick. I'm like all blacked out, I'm a little bit icy. And I said, I think I'm looking. She goes, you look like a douchebag. I'm like, and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, go shopping for him. I don't give a shit. This is your trip. She takes me, she gets me some stuff. And I'm like, all right, if this is what it is, fine. So this place is called Limelight. It was at a church. And when I shit you not, so we get there and I've got, Keely is the epitome of a raver girl. She's got the
go-go shit pretty much.
Oh,
yeah.
Fucking
yeah.
pigtails and the glasses and, barely anything there. And her body's bejeweled and she just fucking looks so great. And I'm just... And I'm with my girlfriend, so we're in line, we get in, and all of a sudden, this goes back to, like, your guys' lane, the shit you guys listen to, and it kind of caught me there. And so it's, like I said, it's a big old church, and all of a sudden you hear this boof, 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 and then I'm like, shit, this is cool, and we're like a block away. And then it's in front of this church, and they got all this stained glass and everything in there, and all of a sudden you see all these lights and shit. I'm like, oh, dude, this is gonna be fun. I'm like, shit, I'm down for this. So we get in, you get all your bands and all your bullshit, and I'm ready for a cocktail. And girl's like, oh my God, let's go dance. And I'm like, I'm going to go find a cocktail. So, so I go to the first place, and mind you, so I'm going to lay this place out. So if y'all been to church, where all the people sit in their pews and stuff, that was the dance floor, and where the pastor where the pastor, did his speech.
The pulpit.
The pulpit.
Pulpit.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where the DJ was doing his stuff. So almost like just so 180 of what you think you should be doing in a church, but it just kind of like felt right. So this is the Roland story, and I take it longer, but the end of the story is really good. I think you guys are going to enjoy it.
You can actually say you were rolling with Jesus on that night.
I'm telling you.
Heck yes.
Yeah, I was rolling with my Jesus homie. And so I go to this girl's like, oh my God, what can I get you? I'm like, I want a cocktail. She goes, oh, we don't serve those on the floor. I'm like, what do you mean you don't serve on the floor? You only get water. I'm like, why do you only get water? Because nobody drinks that dances. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody. She's like, if you're not rolling, you're not dancing. I'm like,
ooh. What?
Yeah. My eyes are as big as saucers right now. I'm like, what the fuck is rolling?
Oh, they will be in a little bit.
And I'm like, I don't know what the hell that means. So I'm gonna. And she goes, oh, you have to go through the thing that go upstairs.
Yeah.
And so I get a cocktail. I meet Pete, and the girls are up there, and my girlfriend actually was rolling at the time too, which would have been fun. But then her girlfriend was, and then that whole light show going off, and everybody's just fucking hearts just like pounding out of your chest.
Exactly.
And I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm gonna take. Well, I'm not gonna take a swing, but I hope. And so then her girlfriend's next to me, and she's just all fucked up, and my girlfriend's all fucked up, and like her girlfriend, I wanted to bang from the minute I saw her. She got her hand on my junk.
Oh. What's all this? What's going on here, buddy?
The entities, the problems,
The hot body.
the hot body.
I'm like, well, fuck it. I look at my girlfriend, and I put my arms up in the air. This is her best friend. I'm thinking she's gonna like, girl, don't be doing that to my man. She put her hands up in the air. I'm like, well, fuck it. If that's not a hall pass, I'd never know what one is.
Guess we're doing this.
And then it continued.
Banging a 5'6" hard body raver that's rolling on a table at a church with a rave on New Year's Eve has got to be top 10.
That's probably the most epic thing I've ever heard.
That is all the props in the world, dude. All props.
And that's all the techno tech we got to tech talk about.
Now, let's fast forward to the next morning. So it was already pre-planned that we were all meeting for breakfast. I wish I would have had a roofie. Heroin, a shotgun, a mercenary. It was the most uncomfortable thing in the world, and the whole thing I couldn't think about is like my girlfriend. And she knew what happened, and I'm looking at little raver chick, and her boyfriend was kind of a goober, but he was a cool guy. I'm thinking if I'm fucking his girlfriend, he's fucking mine. So I'm like,
It's like, fuck it. Even if he wants something, I could take him.
yeah, no, I'd give zero fucks. I'm like, yeah. And so the longest ride home ever. But this is the shit and that's just my little tiny sample size of it. But that shit goes on all the time. And I'm like, I fucking get it,
And
dude.
did he have a tiny Did he have a tiny sample size?
Oh my god.
It was epic in every way. And just so you know, fucking in a church with that music that's so suffocated by the bass that the whole place shakes. It's, yeah.
I don't even have to do anything. The music does it for me.
Yeah. And yeah.
Exactly. Now everybody's learning.
And now everybody's looking like, where the fuck is Limelight at?
Oh my god.
Don't judge. I am 100% transparent, and you know what? Fuck it. If you don't take a swing at whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter.
It just sounded like one very sexy party to me.
Uh-oh, here comes the Zap brand again.
A little bit of taste of the zapper. Everybody knows that the Zapper's gonna get you, and he's gonna get you quickly. Kip, what do I call that?
The Zap effect.
So everybody wants a taste of the Zap effect?
No, Captain, they don't want it.
Well, they're gonna get it whether they like it or not, and I'll tell you right now, they're gonna like it. Every one big bit of it.
Aye, Captain.
But good God, Jamie, that was a good one.
And guys, I'm sorry, I just kind of zoned out when you guys were doing that bit. I was just still, it kind of brought back a wonderful little flashback. So
The rolls came.
I'll give you a nice big flashback all you want.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, there ain't no popsicles down in my basement.
Jesus.
Just a big fat sack of happy.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Big sack fact.
yeah, yes, close enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Tongue
A
tied.
big old sack.
Big sack of happy. We're gonna make a song called Big Sack of Happy.
Big sack of happy? Sounds like a country song.
I got my big sack of happy right here.
I took her out that night until she got the big old sack of happy.
And then she took my dog.
And then she took my dog, my truck, my house, and every fucking other goddamn thing they could take.
That took a turn.
Except for my big fat sack of happy. And it wasn't a bag of weed.
Oh god.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh man.
I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed this recap so much.
Hell yeah.
I really, really have.
So let me ask y'all a question. It was brought to my attention earlier, and I'm sorry if I'm dipping in on Mike. I am no podcast pro, y'all. But so if you had 30 days,
30 days.
you get 30 days top shelf, no matter where the fuck it is in the world. I mean, all no holds barred. I mean, you are the king ding-a-ling. Everything is on
Okay.
limits. You get 30 days.
Okay.
Where would you spend those 30 days and why?
Man, I mean, that's a really hard one. I would love to be in either Italy or Australia. And not like some, like, you know, bumfuck place in Australia where people get murdered by wildlife and shit. But I would like, you know, Australia just seems cool as shit to me. And I knew a lot of people from Australia.
As long as you're not in the outback.
Personally, I would like to be in Italy. Italy, just to me, that seems like an ideal place with, you know, the cooking, the food, and everything else that, you know, I enjoy in life.
Well, and I can see that for you because, you know, fair enough. You were born and practically raised in New York, so, you know.
Well, there was a lot of Greeks there. There was Italians as well, but mainly Greeks.
Yeah, I mean, that's stereotypically towards you. But
Italy, I mean, Italy to me, that just the pizzas, the bobbity boobity, the everything that's just awesome.
yeah, float the freaking canal, man.
No,
Well, you know, and that's kind of rad too, because you're, you know, and I know you, and that's kind of the soul that you have. You've got a spirit, you know. Besides, you know, you're creative. And that's one thing about that side of the world is creativity. It doesn't matter if you create music or creating food, which you are. Just so y'all know, this guy's badass. I mean, he can, yeah, whatever. I mean, he just kills the food. But I can see that fits your MO, you know, and you've got you said you like to dig and learn and shit like that. I mean, you probably build a remix off of something that you can see off of, you know, Italian architecture that goes back, you know, 1,000 years, you know. So that's a hell of an idea.
Oh yeah, dude. Hey, for fuck's sake, this guy made half a song with the didgeridoo.
I've made songs with a fart.
That too. Yes, the fart was the kick.
Womp.
So, co-host, what about you? Where's your jam?
One of two places, Japan and/or Ireland.
Japan is a good place, man.
I've always loved the Japanese culture. You know, I'm an anime guy. I love that shit. I love the samurais. Hell, my fucking code name over here is Hitomura. Sounds Japanese, but it's not. And I can see I'm actually missing my mark. So, I mean, other than that, Ireland, because, like I said, it's the same with Japan. I'm just drawn to it. There's something about it because I have...
Japan is awesome, dude.
Yeah, I know, man. You can go to diaper cafes.
Japan.
They have little fucking cafes all themed towards stuff like hot little matey maids bring you your freaking drinks and shit, and you go to the diaper ones, you can be wearing a fucking full man-sized diaper and they take care of you like a goddamn
All right, this
baby.
just turned into an episode of Rugrats.
That's what it is, the Rugrat Dimer.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Pretty much. But hey, man, you want a little cute little matey maid handing you your
Japan,
milky milk.
for sure. Japan, I can dig it. I can dig Japan all day.
You want to hear what their electronic scene looks like? Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Well, they are pretty... Nothing like the Netherlands.
Oh, hell no. Nothing beats the Netherlands. Those guys party for days. And then ask where the next one is.
I can dig Japan.
You know, actually, Japan's pretty fucking rad. And I'll tell you what, you talk about a country that's got their shit together and it's so abstract. They're fucking bananas there. I've got some friends of mine that, they're, I guess you call them influencers or whatever, and I see their shit, and I've met them, and, you know, I've been kind of blessed that I've worked kind of like everywhere in the U.S. and a couple places outside of it. But I meet these great people that do these cool things like you two. But, you know, they tell me these fucking escapades in Japan, it's like, man, you go there and it's just the weirdest thing in the world. You know, and then they talk about like Hong Kong, and then they talk about the Philippines, and they talk, I mean, just, dude, there's so many people and they've got so much technology, they got so much money, and these fuckers will sleep in a coffin for $27 a night because there's no place to sleep. And, you know, it's just like it's like the Wild West, but it's regulated. It's crazy. The murder is zero, but they'll let you do anything because if you fuck up a little bit, your ass is gone. It scares the shit out of everybody.
You get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I can imagine a fucking goddamn ninja. You backhand somebody the wrong way or bump into him, ninja flying down from the tower.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to take a swing at Japan, but I think I'd feel too weird because I'm a little tall and
But we're all 6 foot here.
yeah, and I'm white and I'm funny and I got no filter. And so I'd be the dickhead going up to the kabuki guy saying, "What's up?" You know? And my ass, so you'll be hearing about me and, you know, CNN or Fox News, and yep, there's fucking Brandel. We knew it's gonna happen to him one day.
Local American just insulted the Prime Minister of Japan.
A very crazy white man showed up in Tokyo, Japan today. And started a debacle with the locals.
Yeah, so, well, fuck it.
He is now hanging from a flagpole by his underwear.
I've been swinging.
Yeah, and I'd be the dickhead and say, well, you know what? If you don't like what I say, I'm going to fucking North Korea. You know, I mean, just like...
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah, you know, if you want to bring it, let's bring it. I mean, there's only one life to take, so...
Ballsy.
Yeah. You know, and man, guys, those are rad. You know, me, it's straight up 100% number one. It's fucking Monaco.
Hell yeah.
I think, man, I just think, I mean, you're talking about princes and princesses in the French Riviera, and especially like during the F1 race. But if I got unlimited money, unlimited dollars, and I've got that, talk about that, that is like on day 30 or 29 and a half, I would be okay if somebody put a bullet to my head because I would fucking rock a lifetime worth of amazing experiences. I mean, yacht to yacht, model to model. Shit, I'd be stealing an F1 car just because I could, and I wouldn't give a shit. 'Cause, you know, I got the ultimate hall pass, and
Yeah.
you know, I fuck up Red Bull's racing season, and you know, I mean, but yeah, to me, I think that'd be cool, and you know, just because of the outrageous opulence that there's there. I mean, you know, you can be any multimillionaire in the world, and you're a peasant there.
For sure.
You know, there's just something about, you know, just even taken a step above royalty because I'm raw and I don't care. You know, I see the Prince of Monaco. What's up, nigga? You know, I mean, I don't care. You know,
I freaking love it. I love it to death, man. For sure.
I can see it right now, man. Day 30, freaking Monaco Border Patrol trying to pull this guy out of an F1 supercar. No!
He could be out. He'd be fucking kicking and screaming coming out.
and they're low, so I could probably get underneath the barriers for a while too. You know?
Yep, for sure.
I mean,
sure.
The helicopters can't even catch me.
Catch me if you can, fucker.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
This was good.
Yeah.
This was really good. I enjoyed the shit. I enjoyed the shit out of this. I really did.
No, you guys are badass, man. I want to tell you, thank you so much for bringing me on and let me share a tale or two. And
Absolutely.
Hey man, anytime, dude.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is what the Tech Talk Tuesday's about. We talk about a little bit of tech and we get right off topic because we're the Savages. This is Tech Talk Tuesday with the Savages, and hey man, I can't control getting off topic. I know nobody else can. That's what we do. Talk about a little bit of tech and be a little silly.
Peace!
Thank you guys both for coming on today. It is Mr. Savage. Tech Talk Tuesday. We have my good friend Jamie here in the studio, and you know Hitamura.
Hell yeah.
Justin Martinez. That's what we do, guys. We'll see y'all next time.